questions for Abe Lucas? Right tackle.
Abe, can you talk about the first drive and being able to score in 3 plays? Did that set the tone for what you guys were able to do in scoring 50-plus points tonight?
I definitely think so. I mean, you always want to get the jump on as quick as you can. I thought that we were able to do that pretty well tonight. I thought that we played well as a unit, as like one complete offense. I definitely think, having a first drive that's as big as that definitely helps to carry you and give you momentum throughout the entire game.
James said that when you learned late in the week that you guys had rushed for 0 yards last week, that kind of fueled him a little bit. Were you kind of aware of that, and what did that do for the offensive line?
I mean, yeah, I was aware of it. I mean, trying to pay too much attention to it. Stats are stats at the end of the day. You put up 1,000, you put up 0, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is you go get the win by any means necessary. That being said, I do like when we run the ball, and I do like when we're able to put up numbers like that, but I'm more concerned about us playing as a cohesive unit all together than any stats, and I want, when those moments come, when James is, rushing for 100, 150, 200 yards, I'm happy because that means that we're playing together as an offense.
Do you find yourself kind of surprised sometimes mid-game when you look at some of the scrambles and maneuvers that Gardner makes to squeak in and out of pressure? I mean, he had a couple pretty dazzling runs. I mean, they're only 5-6 yards, but I mean, it's avoiding that 5-yard loss.
It's really beneficial to us as an offense to have a quarterback that can move like that. You know what I mean? So provided we protect him as best we can, but if something breaks down, God forbid it doesn't, but if something breaks down, we can always count on him and get us out of that. And then we'll collect, come back, say, hey, that was our fault. You shouldn't have to scramble. You should be able to sit in there for however long you need to. But when it does happen, it's really cool.
Is there any reward for you guys from Gardner when you keep him sackless or untouched by dinner?
Well, Gardner, I mean, the other day he bought my pickle chip, deep fried pickle chips when we went out to eat, because I got the Bone Award last week in Utah. But he's not a selfish quarterback. He's not all, this is all me, I'm doing everything. You might not see it on the field, but we're always on the sideline. He'll come up to us individually and just be like, hey, thank you for being you and doing your job the way you do your job so that I can get mine. And my response is always, I'm following you to the end, man. Like, you're my leader. I'm going to follow you and protect you the best I can.
Any questions for nose tackle Taylor Comfort?
Taylor, on that play where you forced a fumble, you guys had given up 2 pretty big explosive plays before that. Do you think in a sense that kind of embodies what your guys' defense is about, that even after giving up a play, you're going to come back and make another play after?
Sure, yeah, sure. Our whole team's next play mentality, bend, don't break. They're not in till they're in, so yeah, I think it embodies that.
Anything else for Abe? Thanks, Abe.
Taylor, did you know tonight's fight night, UFC, Conor McGregor at all? I know it's kind of out left field.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Did you feel like it was fight night with that punch to the football, with a little extra on something?
Maybe a little, yeah.
Anything else for Taylor?
You kind of talked about the bend don't break mentality. Kind of the first half, they would get down to the goal line and kind of score it well. Is that something you guys talked about at halftime, and is it something that became more of an emphasis, and you guys are able to kind of improve that way in the second half?
We always talk about it. I mean, you don't want to bend, but when it happens, you can't give up. I don't think we emphasize it more, but when you're bending, you definitely can't break. You have to keep people out of the end zone. So, yeah, that's something we have to focus on.
Why is that running back so tough to bring down? It's kind of slippery.
Yeah, he's slippery. You think you have your arms around him, and I'm not sure. He's just slippery.
Coach Leach, I think after a timeout in the third quarter, huddled you guys up and said something. I think Coach Wilson was also in there. What was kind of said during that huddle? If you remember it.
This was at the fourth.
I think it was in the third quarter after a few minutes.
The start of it.
Start of the third quarter.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen a team in your time playing that's thrown that many trick plays at you guys trying to throw you off?
Not that I can think of. They ran a lot of trick plays. Yeah.
Not really a way to prepare for that, is there?
You just got to take care of everything else. They can't beat you at trick plays. If you take care of everything else, they can't beat you at trick plays.
Had you seen any of those on film last week?
Oh, yeah, we saw that they had trick plays.
Anything else for Taylor? Thanks, Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah.